All right. Just...
Hello. Thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast. This is episode 143. I am Grant Fierro here with Mike Medina. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going over there in sunny San Diego?
It's doing good, but we were just speaking before air about the weather, and it's pretty similar here as it is.
It's 60 degrees outside. You see the smile on my face?
Yeah, you're stoked.
I am stoked.
That's
really
good.
excited.
Well, speaking of numbers, not the brand, but 55.
I was like, wait. What do you know about that? I don't know about.
No, not about that. Just numbers.
You are a slap kid these days. Maybe you knew about that.
No. The High Ollie contest held by ETN live.
I didn't get to watch it. Did you watch it live?
I did watch the majority of it live.
That's sick.
Yeah. A 55.5-inch Ollie, new world record, beat the previous record of 55 inches.
Isn't that crazy though? The number one, not to take anything away, but that's like the thing that,
but dude, it is insane when you think of it number wise. But when you're watching it, it's like, dude, I don't know how that could go any higher.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, that's how far it's come. Like, it's not come that far, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it can go much further.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, these dudes were struggling.
It
took a lot of effort.
These dudes are, like, training these days, though, at a young age. You never know, man.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it'll grow at some point, but I don't think there'll be a High Ollie contest where it goes up, like, 2 inches.
Never. I have a hard time believing that's ever going to happen again.
But to give credit to the dudes that are now world record holders, which is really sick, Jake Hayes and Xavier Alford. Xavier is someone that I don't think too many people were familiar with. I had a little piece on him during the live show. And he had just moved out to LA. They filmed a little thing with him at Beebles Park and just cruised around the street, and he was just ollieing up and over the tallest bars. It was crazy. But there was a heavy lineup of dudes there, obviously including Tori Puttable, Andrew Brophy, Tyshawn Jones, like dudes that are really known for their pop.
Who are you rooting for again?
I said Tori would be tight, but I wanted Tyshawn as well because Tyshawn said in his interview that he could ollie higher than Sage, and Sage said he could ollie higher than anyone. The Sage wasn't there, sadly, and Tyshawn was so close to being in it with Xavier and Jake, which we'll get into because it was interesting. It wasn't. Watching it live, there was more to it than just these dudes set a record. What they did was they set up a 50-inch bar as like the warm-up type thing, right? Lizard King ollies it. Brophy was having a hard time. I don't think he actually did it, which was really surprising. You know, I mean, it was dark in there, contest type vibes. Maybe he was nervous. Tyshawn got over it. Nick Tucker switch ollied it. He didn't regular ollie it. He only switch ollied it, which could be the highest switch ollie. And then they're like, okay, let's go 55.5 inches for the record. And Nick Tucker only pulled up switch the whole night. His last try, he tried one regular, but he was skating switch the whole night.
He must pop higher switch.
Yeah, he said he was more comfortable with it. And then Xavier did it first. He got over 55.5 inches, but he put his hand on the ground and reverted. Like, it was pretty sketchy, to be honest. And then Jake Hayes, within, I don't know.
That was my pick, dude.
Within 5 minutes, Jake Hayes gets over it, touches the ground as well. But Xavier, like, planted his hand. Jake Hayes just, like, slapped the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was pretty different, but they both touched. And Eric Bragg was like, okay, like the judges, whoever was, I don't know who that was, but it was like they want a clean one. And so what they did was they let everyone else try for a little more period of time. And then they set it up and had just Jake and Xavier, like pretty much head-to-head type thing. And they're like, whoever does it first, like someone has to do it clean. They both end up doing it clean, and they split the check, $5,000 each, set a world record. And for anyone that was wondering, I saw a lot of comments on Instagram. They had a white towel over the bar going down, and that was so they were saying since it was dark in there, it was kind of hard, like depth perception wise, to see where they wanted to pop. So that's why that towel was on there.
Interesting.
But yeah, Jake Hayes, is that who you said last week?
That was the sleeper, dude.
Dude, he's got that pop for sure. He jumped over that thing.
That was the guy I thought was gonna be like the one that like came out of nowhere and won, and sure as hell, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Dude,
It was really
he's got
cool to
that
watch.
pop. He's got
Yeah,
that
no,
crazy
for
pop.
sure. Who else? I mean, I was tripping on Nick Tucker going switch the whole night. Beeble was it was sick. So Brandon Beeble and Eric Bragg were hosting it. Beeble was cheering on his boy Xavier. He was so hyped on Xavier. I mean, Beeble's just like a hype man, right? So he's cheering on everyone.
Yeah,
But
totally.
Xavier got over that thing, and Beeble was so stoked. It was rad. Jake, if you look at the photo, both of them, they're not like way over it, but they clear it like they win it. Like they probably technically could ollie 56 inches. I know they tried it after, and neither of them got over it. But that could probably.
But I mean, fatigue obviously sets in there too.
Dude, straight up. I mean, Jake is tall, but some of the other dudes, it's literally they bend down to get ready to snap this ollie, and their head is like under this bar.
That's
so crazy. And I've been saying 55 this whole time, huh? I meant 45 and a half.
Oh, I didn't even notice either.
It's at 55. It's tall, but it's not that tall.
Jeez.
I didn't even notice. They started at 40 inches. The world record is 45.5. The previous record was 45. By Aldrin Garcia, who was there, he didn't participate. I don't know why. I guess just didn't want to for whatever reason. But he was there, which was cool to hear him kind of talk about it. He was stoked. Like he genuinely sounded so hyped that someone took out his record. He's had it for, I think they said 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, it's about time they had this contest. Someone took me out. It was cool to hear him talk about it as well. So congrats to Jake and Xavier and ETN. You guys killed it. Put on a really cool event.
That is a good idea. That and like the stage or whatever that they had, like the little set looks sick.
It was tight. They were like, you could either drop it in this quarter pipe and go down this bank, or someone would just throw down into the bank and then just snap on over it.
I still like the tricks over the limo, though. That was like my favorite thing they've done.
Oh, that was sick.
That was fucked up.
For the trick of the year announcement.
Yeah,
Tori won, I think he won like $1,000 at that for Back 360 Kickflip.
Oh, that's insane. He did it so perfect, too.
So good.
Yeah. I still think the paw heart back heel is like insane.
Oh, when they made it all huge, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the most fucked up back heel.
It was like a mini mega ramp back heel.
Yeah, totally. That's like exactly how to describe it. That's what one of my favorite dudes that no one talks about for some reason.
Paw Hart?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Paw Hart. He jumps over the biggest shit.
Yeah, he really does.
Not to mention, I liked his 9 Club a whole lot.
Yeah, that was a really good 9 Club.
Mm-hmm. I think it's hilarious. He's a funny dude.
Did you enjoy this week's episode on the 9 Club with Nyjah?
Dude, you know what? I was actually just talking about this right before I left work.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was one of like those ones that I was like fully captivated the whole show.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Like when I saw them post on Sunday that it was Nyjah, I was honestly, and I read what they were going to talk about, I was so hyped.
Yeah, I thought the topics were sick.
This is going to be really sick. We haven't heard anything about DC to Nike. And it was cool to hear him talk about that because it wasn't, I mean, I get it. He wants to obviously keep everyone at Nike happy. But he was pretty real about the whole thing. He was like, yeah, like there was really nothing wrong with DC. I still think DC is cool. Some of my friends still skate for DC.
Obviously, he's talking about Shays.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it was cool that he didn't kind of like shy away from it.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But I wouldn't have been surprised if he did.
Right, but there wasn't like any like sketchiness with their breakup at all.
Yeah.
He dropped a whole like fucking 4-minute long part with all their shoes on right before he left, right?
Yeah,
so I mean that's kind of nice
or whatever. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. I always forget the name of that one for some reason because of the song.
Dude, yeah,
I can't
do that song.
The worst.
I can't handle that song personally.
But I mean, speaking of Nyjah, we're gonna talk about Nyjah, man. Did you hear? Or did you hear? Obviously, you heard. Part drops in like 2 hours?
2 hours. No, I didn't hear. Here's a part coming out? No way, dude.
But I was going to say that I talked to Rob Brink earlier, and he was at the premiere last night.
Yeah.
And he said, I asked him specifically, I said, this was like the thing that I took away from it. I said, how on a level of 1 to 10, how fucked up is it? and he says it's a straight up 10.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
if,
say.
and if anyone knows Rob Brink, he is a shit talking motherfucker. He'll tell you exactly how he feels about things, which I love. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
But you also, Rob loves people that are progressing skateboarding.
Yep, like that was
And
literally.
that's
I
like
was
his
literally
biggest
just gonna
thing.
say that.
And
that's insane that you said that.
Whatever you think about Nyjah, you cannot.
Window.
No one. I don't think anyone would even say it. You can't deny that he's progressive because he pushes big rail skateboarding to
beyond what we ever thought it was gonna be. Even when like big rails were like getting destroyed, like late '90s, early 2000s, like those dudes would never even step to the shit that Nyjah just like warms up on.
Did you see the It's like a little trailer post on Instagram for his part. He backgrinds the first rail.
Yes, where he does like the
and
soap.
then when he jumps on the second rail, he was gonna front 50, but he just runs on it and just gets.
He slips, dude. It looks like he has like a pair of soaps on, and he's trying to grind on that shit. That's what it looks like, dude. Literally, he starts soaping it and then trips over himself.
And then the whole trailer was just buckle, buckle, buckle.
I like that, dude. That makes me so want to watch the makes.
He put in work, dude.
Dude, look at those rails that he's skating.
Yeah,
are you kidding?
He's flipping into that one, that like weird curved one.
I don't know, man. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
it's gonna be coming out on Nike's website. I'm not someone that
watches Nyjah footage all the time or is like a big Nyjah fan, but if he's gonna drop a part as a fan of skateboarding,
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm excited because we're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff that we've never seen anyone do.
Do you remember when we talked about Shane O'Neill, how every single time he drops a part, it's going to be absolutely insane and it's going to be progressive and it's going to like it's one of those must watches. I feel like Nyjah is absolutely the exact same thing.
Yeah, in two different ways, but they're the same.
In entirely two different ways. That's the coolest part.
Yeah, Shane's getting all techie. Nyjah's just freaking through the kinks.
Dude, I can't wait for that. Like,
I'm excited. We're 2 hours away. I wish that it was already out so we could talk about it. But I mean, we'll be back in a week.
We should just. I won't be. I'll be probably skating.
What, go live and watch it?
Yeah, we could always go live together.
I mean, we'll talk about it regardless by next week, maybe before. But I'm excited. I think it is pretty cool. Speaking to your
wait, are we actually waiting? Am I actually in my head waiting for a countdown for a Nyjah part? That's insane.
I mean, dude, if you're a fan of skateboarding,
are you gonna wait?
I'm not saying if you're a fan of
o'clock?
Nyjah, but if you're a fan of skateboarding, you're probably excited, regardless.
Wait, is it 7 o'clock? What time? 7 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so it would be 7 your time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and. If you don't live in any of those regions, I'm not sure.
What time is it in California?
It's currently 3:05.
No, what time is the part?
At 5 Pacific Standard Time. 5
Oh, duh! Right, that's what you just said.
Yeah, no, but speaking to your point of kind of his part, everyone's gonna watch it. It's gonna have a huge impact. I do think it's actually really smart that it's dropping at this time. Because a lot of times it's like this dude has a part dropping on Thursday. We don't know when they're gonna post it. We wake up. Oh yeah, it's not out yet. Oh, okay, it's out now. But it's like for this crazy of a part, everyone knows it's gonna be insane. And
are you gonna get his shoes
this time? I'm down to wear them. Yeah, I've always been into free runs. Like I just thought free runs were tight. That's what it's based off of. So I think they're cool.
We have them at Fargo. They look
the Nyjah.
Yeah, they look. You know what I will say, man? They look like a shoe that he would have as a signature shoe, which is, I mean,
it makes sense. I like that it's white. Like I said, I've been into free runs. Like I just always has a good looking shoe, and the sole is obviously based off that, the shape of the toe. I mean, in terms of skating him, I would definitely be down to skate him because I feel like I just out of curiosity, I wonder how that material would work and flick. And hearing him talk about it on the 9 Club definitely made me want to try him as well. Like he sounded psyched on the way it worked.
As long as I'm not getting heel bruises, that's cool. They're cool. I wouldn't buy them.
Yeah.
That's fine though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to be honest. I'm excited for this part.
Yeah, speaking of parts, that's really all we got to talk about this week, huh?
Yeah, 2017 Skater of the Year, Jamie Foy.
Oh,
This man right here on the cover of the Thrasher magazine. He
just dropped.
He's
like
already
2
dropping
minutes.
footage. It's February. He wants.
There's a lot of footage. Well, not like a lot, like time wise, but like
it was jam packed.
Yeah,
it was short in terms of time, but it was clip for that short time.
Agreed, completely. There's one kickflip over a fence.
That kickflip is so.
That kickflip is so sick.
That's a proper kickflip,
bro. How cool was that kickflip, man?
It was sick.
Yeah, thank you for noticing that.
Yeah,
he also front feebled. He also front feebled the spot that Chima front boarded.
Yes, that with the death drop after it.
Like wow!
I think I posted a photo of that, and he's in the front feeble. I'm like, dude, he's so far from the ground.
He fucking ollied over the gap.
He has like a 3 block. That was buck.
I had to be like absolutely shook. Yeah. Like, are you shitting me, dude? He really ollied over it out of a rail.
It's brute.
What a
he grinded that 50, that curved kink rail that he 50s. I actually was just watched the part again today and glanced at the comments, and someone was like, "This spot's been here. It's like SF area for 15 years, and no one stepped to it, and he 50'd it second try."
I feel like that's like a thing for him.
Yeah, yeah. It was really cool. This is like maybe didn't stand out in terms of like craziest thing, but I thought it was tight. He had that line where he switched crook, that weird planner thing, and then half cup flip, and then a really good flat ground heel flip. I thought that was tight because it's just
I don't remember.
It's random. I think he hits the camera real quick, like B-roll before it.
Oh yeah, actually I do remember.
I thought it was tight just because it was like different.
Is it the Zion clip like literally right before it?
I think the Zion clip's right after it, maybe.
Or yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense.
Hey, Zion's entrance is tight though when he's dancing, and then he gets that G front crook.
He's Zion, dude. He's the waviest motherfucker out there, dude. Pro as fuck, dude. You already know.
It was tight.
Flying Z, dude.
What was that? What was the ender in that part?
In Jamie's
Thunder. Oh yeah, we didn't even say it. It's for Thunder Trucks. It's on their YouTube channel or their website.
Hey, what was the ender, dude?
I'm gonna guess that it was a handrail, but I don't remember. Wait, was it that board slide that the photo is? I think it might have been. You know the ad. It's in this Thrasher. It's a board slide, and I think that might have been the ender.
I can't. I literally can't with myself. I mean, I watched the part right when it dropped, so it was like a week ago.
Yeah, it's been 4 days since it dropped, but I'm gonna check because I'm.
I got you.
It's already planned.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously, he's on the cover. This is the Sodi special, Jamie Foy. You should grab this if you can. If you're subscribed, you're definitely look through it. Go grab it at your shop or whatever. Because there's a really cool article from the Sodi trip in here. Interviews from everyone on the trip: John Dillo, Pedro, Zion, Jamie himself, Tori Pudwell, Lizard King. Okay, this really is so random and not that important, but I was reading Tori's interview, and I think Burnett did the interviews, and he's like, what led to the decision to stop smoking weed? And I was just like, is this supposed to be a joke? And then Tori has this whole answer about it. I was like, what? That's so random.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
They talked about it for like 2 or 3 questions. I was like, wait, what? That's so random. I was like, he's been ripping weed graphics forever, you know?
For like 10 years.
Tony's dude. Jackson Pills is in it.
Yeah,
and Kirby, the photos in this interview are great as well. It has me really excited for the video that's going to come out, I believe, here in March, in the next few weeks. Ish Cepeda goes in with this.
That's your dude, huh?
Mike, I mean, I'm a big fan of his skateboarding, but simply the way he like communicates in interviews like acts on social media, I just think it's so funny. I love it.
He's sick.
He's
tight. I got nothing against him. Don't act like I'm his.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
I was gonna say, I think he's sick.
Yeah. And I also think it's tight because he does really good front heels, and that's a cool trick.
You already know that I fuck with the Florida movement, man.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I'm all for it.
Everyone.
If you're not, like, I have.
Yeah, you're big slipping if you ain't back in Florida at this point.
Yeah, seriously. I was joking. You know our friend Tag.
Yeah.
I was joking with him earlier. I was like, man, because we were talking about Dillo. Actually, we were talking about like, man, like, I really wish that Pizza and him would have worked out because I thought that was like a really cool fit for both sides, you know. And we were trying to talk about. We were like, man, where's John Dillo going to go? This dude is way too good to not have a fucking board with his name on it, you know. And then I was like, dude, you know what, man? Florida at this point should just have their own board company. Fuck it, right?
Florida should have a board brand.
They'd be like the best team of all time. They'd all be like 25 or under.
For real. Yeah. No, but it is sick how hard they've all pushed themselves and how hard that rep Florida is. So cool.
Dude, I love it.
I mean, Christian Henry, like younger, like Christian hasn't blown up as much as some of these other dudes. But his footage is so rad, and it's gonna be cool to watch him blow up too.
What's that? That Pedro dude is a fucking savage, man.
Dude,
I love watching his stuff, man.
Yeah, no, his interview is super cool here because Burnett's like, I thought you were just a vert skater. He's like, yeah, I grew up skating vert. I think he skated vert, and then he was like skating street kinda, and he says that like he just couldn't get his tech as everyone, so he started skating training a lot, and he could just do it all.
I feel like he skates the kind of street spots that make him that come off as like a fucking daredevil.
Dude, well, based off that board slide on that Thrasher cover,
it's like his spot choice is like full on stuntman.
That thing is like death. Lizard King battled the whole day. I think it was 6 hours. They said Zion took a nap while he was trying it. Blunt slid the longest ledge. So tight.
Oh my god.
Dude, just over like half a mile of grass.
Right.
Pop out.
He just blunt slid like 2 blocks.
So sick. Mason Silva's in here as well with one of the
you already know how I feel about.
board slides.
I'm still watching Red Balloons.
Oh, that's
I'm still watching Red Balloons.
Legit, probably my favorite heel flip ever.
Dude, that shit's banned. That one's on.
He called it primo. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna get bodied or I'm gonna roll away."
That one is on the playlist for me, man.
You put it down, dude. That was fuck.
I'm a big fan.
Primitive came through with a pretty big announcement this week.
Dude, oh my god. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Bro, when I saw that it was 12 minutes long, I was fucked up. I was like, wait.
Oh, you thought it was a part?
Yeah. I was like, initially, before I clicked play.
The announcement of all announcements.
Before I clicked play, I immediately started thinking, I was like, you know what, though? I was like, man, I haven't seen none of his street footage. Maybe just every trick he's ever done on a primitive board is in here or something. And then it check it. And then it got to like 3 minutes long, and I was just like, it's still fucking going. I was like, dude, what if this part, his welcome to part, is literally 12 minutes long?
So tight.
That's what I thought, because then like the music changes, you know, and then it kind of goes into like the story. I was like, no, are they really doing it? Is this song about to fucking change right now? Like the part's just gonna keep going. And then it like went into the story, the little bio part. I was like, okay, it's a little more artsy than I thought it was gonna be. Usually like
we haven't even said it yet. Robert Neal.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Officially welcome to Primitive. I think what Paul said in there is accurate. I think a lot of people probably already looked at him as a part of the team. He's been with them forever. But now he's officially Congrats to Rob. He has an ad in his Thrasher as well. Welcome to Primitive with his buck, nollie backside heel.
Dude is so beast.
Sack. That video part is amazing.
He's flipping in. He's flipping out.
And he's jumping. I love the song choices. I thought the B-roll, the way it was edited, was really cool. The mixture of skating, like
a switch front shove, dude. What?
That's the sickest. I don't know how.
That was insane. I don't know how he did that.
We call that like there's great front shoves.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a front shove like it was done so differently, you know?
His legs
like ones that push out in front, but his was like it was so weird.
Yeah. His legs like flattened out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was like totally wild how they did that.
It looked so cool.
That was really dope.
Nollie backside heel down that set somehow made us like it was very rocket, but made it look so tight.
I thought whole part was tight. I had nothing negative to say about it at all.
Congrats to Rob. I honestly I thought it was really cool the way they did it. I think very important if they're gonna do this whole background story, which I enjoyed. I think it's crucial. They put the part at the beginning. That is sick. That is how it should be done, in my opinion. They put the video part, and then you can hear the story. And
especially because like traditionally, if they're gonna do it, like when people have done that, they've done it the opposite way.
Yeah, I thought the part at the beginning was better, personally. And I liked hearing the story as well. It was cool. I thought it was cool the way they cut between Paul and Rob, their perspective, and how it pretty much was exactly the same. And crazy how Paul pointed out pretty much if he wasn't looking or if Rob missed that fakey flip at Hollenbeck Park, then none of this would have happened,
Yeah, it might have just never even happened.
Yeah, so crazy.
I agree.
But congrats to Rob. Video part was incredible. I think everyone is very stoked to see him getting
and now
the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, now they actually have an AM, right?
Yeah, who else is they got Frankie's officially. Yeah, Frankie.
Oh yeah, Frankie, duh, I'm sorry.
I
just look at him as pro because he's so fucking good.
I wish he was already at a board. But there's a lot of dudes that were kind of I feel like where Rob was, in between.
Yeah. But obviously that's not being welcome to because Primitive loves to drop the welcome tos.
They do.
We've seen it with literally every single person on the team besides P-Rod.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Yo, P-Rod, if you hear this, you should come out the welcome party.
Dog, what?
I've been working since we announced the brand. He comes out.
Bro, that would be the most gnarly thing.
Yeah, look what he puts on Instagram. It's insane.
I love Paul Rodriguez.
Insane.
I think that dude's great for skateboarding.
This is not on the topic list, but this right here is an ad by Converse, Bobby Kaiser, impossibling this huge flat gap. And what it says in the bottom right of this ad says Cons Purple coming in May 2018.
That's the name of the video, Purple?
The name is Purple, yes.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Is that news?
Yeah, this is kind of like the whole. I heard someone mention it, but this is the first actually print or anything I've seen about it. And Louis had said the deadline was May, so I was maybe it'll drop sometime in the summer. But it says coming in May, so we're only.
Is it Con's ad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Bobby Kaiser ad for the 1 star, and then it says for the video. So cannot wait for that video.
Dude, Bobby DeKaiser, Sodi 2018. Let's go.
I think Louis is gonna have a pretty hefty push after that.
I love that shit, dude. I'm sticking with the shot for right now.
Shoddy Shot.
Yeah, he's the best. He's in that. He's in his wave.
I think we all love watching this shot. Everyone.
He's the best skater.
How could you not?
I don't know, dude. I fucking randomly found Made 2 today on my desktop, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Check this out.
I had this thing. Oh, that's awesome.
Today's special guest, we got Chima.
Why do you have that?
It's it's in his ad, the new ad for the Chima 2.
That is so funny. What a good ad.
Yeah. Vans, whoever thought of this, you killed it. You can pop this out of the mat.
It's like a good. That's like a funny ass photo too. It's like dead serious Chima.
Dude, it's sick.
Pop his eyes out and beat Chima for a while. Dude.
Okay, we'll do that.
You should just be Australian too.
Down under real quick?
Down under, mate.
On the Bobby.
You fucking cunt.
Carl Watson announced a new board brand.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah, I hadn't heard a single thing about that.
Mm-mm.
I know Mike's gonna make some slap joke, but I really had no idea about this.
Dude, I had not heard a thing about that. I swear, no.
It is called Maxillure. Is that how you think you would say it?
Max
Allure. Yeah, wait, say that again.
Max Allure.
Yeah, that's probably more legit. Max Allure.
That's probably how he wants it. That's probably how he wants it said to people too.
Yeah. The team includes Lil Dre, John Perez, and a list of other dudes. But
some
those are 2 guys
man.
Lil Dre's young.
Yeah, those young guns.
Some dudes from the Bay that have been killing it. I think a lot of people probably familiar with Lil Dre at this point, as well as John Perez. Big Spin Bennett grind down a handrail. You don't see anyone else doing that. So honestly, when I heard the announcement, I was surprised, like you, because I hadn't heard anything about it. And I was also stoked because the lineup seems really cool. So I'm looking forward to whether it's a montage or just they put something out. It'll be sick to watch. But I poked the eyes in this thing, Mike, so I can beat Chima.
That's so sick. You're Chima now.
They killed it. Oh, you could pop the mouth out too. I could.
He's one of my favorite skateboarders, like ever. I still think that he has the best fakie flip in skateboarding.
He's got a good one. He has one of the best switchback tails too.
Yes, absolutely.
Tails, and he lands in his knee. Yeah, as well as Clipper. His knee
Oh yeah! Holy shit! I forgot about Clipper. How did I forget about Clipper?
Yeah, you're slipping.
I don't know how.
The way his knee bends is so cool, and his back threes. Look, I love scooped back threes. I think it looks tight, but he has those ones that it's like a scoop pop, and then he turns more off of his nose, and it looks so tight.
No, dude, he does fakie flips over handrails, but blindside.
Yeah, it's Buck.
Who does that, dude? Like, what is wrong with you?
Not many people.
Not many people do that.
He owns Martin Place.
Boss man does.
Yeah.
Reynolds got those.
Fakie flips for sure. For sure.
What else we got? What else?
We got Lacey Baker footage as well as a colorway for Nike.
Oh, yeah, those blazers.
No, Bruin.
Some Browns.
You were close. Bruin high top, the women's version.
I said blazer. I actually meant Bruin too. That's funny.
It's thinner, not quite as wide, more shaped towards a woman's foot. She had a colorway high top, black leather with the white swoosh. I thought it was, what I thought was sick about this was the kind of like the logo for the whole campaign is that eye with the lines. I don't know why I thought it looked sick.
It does look cool.
And her footage was tight. I
still think her on Vans would have been more dope.
It would have made sense in terms of she was wearing Vans for years. But wherever's gonna pay her, get it.
Hey, yeah, I agree. Don't get me. I'm not hating. I'm just making an opinion. I'm just stating an opinion.
Yeah.
That I think her on Vans was like a really rad little thing.
I am surprised now that you pointed out that they didn't sign her.
Yeah, they're silly, man. She's dope.
They is there another woman? I know Lizzie's on Vans.
Yeah, Lizzie for sure is a beast.
Yeah.
I know that they flow a lot of girls' shoes for sure. I just don't know exactly who they're backing all the way.
Who they're getting that check to.
Yeah.
Sure. I think my favorite trick in Lacey's part, nose Ollie varial heel. Nose main, Ollie varial heel up, mani pad. That's spot San Diego.
That's my favorite Lacey Baker joke. What's your favorite trick in her park? Oh, at the nose manual one.
She's so good at nose manny. Dude,
she is the whole part.
But it's tight because the way she Ollie varial heeled out and kind of under rotation, she landed just in a line too. And she got whacked though.
Yeah, of course she did, man. You can't get past that guy. If you're scraping,
it's all right. Hey, I backed it. The backside flip switch man, you look tight, Lacey.
You whacked her before he did.
Nah.
Yes, you did. You whacked her on a nose manny nollie hit inward, dude.
Oh, that was
on this show. You whacked her.
Yeah.
Don't even act like you didn't whack Lacey.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Lacey got whacked by Greg before whacking ball was even a thing.
She tapped. I still thought at her time.
You called out a few people, dude.
Yeah, I mean.
You called out Malto. You whacked Malto before. On
Malto, Malto tap.
You whacked Malto against Donovan.
He tapped on that. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna share some facts with you.
Hey,
if he tapped, he tapped. I'm not saying it doesn't take skill. If he tapped, he tapped.
Hey, you're out here whacking people, man.
Almost, dude. If you're gonna see a trick like what Malto did, where they're nose manning, nollie flipping on flat. Pay attention, they're probably going to tap. It's so hard to nollie flip out of nose manual on flat ground without hitting your wheels. Miles Silvis in one of the numbers things is kind of like a B-roll, like they're just showing you this tray flip, nose manning, nollie flip on flat. Taps, it's all right. It's okay. It's a flat ground man.
You're out here whacking people live.
Whacking ball was live last night with KB.
I missed it.
It's so funny.
That dude is like really honestly needs a YouTube channel. He would be making some money. I bet you that fool would get to 1 million subscriber followers and
$1 million.
Dude, I mean, he's
I love when people bring it up in the nightclub. And Chris goes,
"Yeah,
who's that? I don't know who that is."
Yeah. Well, you got to realize that like right now, his Instagram account only caters to.
Mike,
hold on, you know what I mean?
Oh, sorry, I broke up. Yeah, it only caters to skateboarders. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? If he did have a YouTube channel, there's a high possibility that random people would stumble upon him.
Would they find it funny though?
Dude, he's a character, man.
There's definitely
his
some
character,
of it that's funny regardless.
His character is real funny.
When he just takes his board and just tomahawks it into a trash can.
Dude.
Until it breaks, it's insane.
Bro, when he was loading up his box, his giveaway the other day, I couldn't fucking stop. Like, I was actually laughing out loud. Like, I feel like that's like a hard thing to do, you know what I mean? Like, to actually make somebody laugh to make someone loud. Legit laugh. Like, I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Quasi boards, pizza boards, and going in the box. Like, dude, this shit's hilarious, man.
It's tight. It's funny. It's funny. I'm not gonna.
Great.
It's funny.
It's great. He's great. Say whatever the fuck you want. He's great.
Nick Matthews, who's from the Midwest. Mike's.
Oh yeah.
Mike's part of the U.S.
I don't know him though. Don't say like I know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm just. Saying
I know people that know him though, and I've heard nothing but good things. So I mean, it's not like I don't. You know what I mean?
He dropped the video part for Venture and a wake part, which was released yesterday on the Venture site, Venture YouTube channel. Dude, I think he's got a really cool style.
Flips his board like crazy.
His board's flipping a lot. He's going fast. I noticed there's a handful of flat gap tricks that these gaps look really long.
Mm-hmm. Frontside flip,
frontside flip. Yeah, it was sick. But he fakey front shoved over a table, and that was the sickest thing.
That was my favorite thing in the part.
I was like, yo, how do you do that over it? Who even does fakey front shoves? And then you're going to do it over a table, high speed, absolutely perfect.
That's like a dirty game of skate trick.
I seen that. I was like, man, I wish I could fakey front shove like that. That was tight.
Fakey front shove might give me a letter.
As well, that's if I was cool. He had a line where he ollied over a table to backside wall ride in the schoolyard, and then he did switch as a single. I thought that was tight. I always love that. I love like when they kind of mirror it regular and then switch. Looks super cool. And if you're ollieing into a wall ride, that's always tight.
Yeah, he does. The switch one was like a
better
one in my opinion.
Yeah, it looked really tight.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out. I think it's part of the whole new the Venture catalog, so you can look at all the new.
Dude, Venture is on the come up, man.
Yeah, they got a sick lineup.
We've been seeing like a lot of young talent come out of the Venture.
Lil Dre, who we were just talking about, I know he's on Venture.
Dillo.
Yep, John Dillo.
That's our favorite skateboarder on Fillet, pretty much. Honestly.
Dude, he kills it.
Realistically, that is like our favorite dude collectively. Like combined, that's like our favorite dude.
Yeah, we're both big fans of Dillo. Fillet alumni.
I'm trying to think of who else we really both like fuck with, like super. Oh, a shot, obviously.
Sean Ware.
Trevor.
T. Colden.
Wes.
Wes. Yeah, that's San Diego's finest.
Yeah, that's just one of skateboarding's finest in general.
It is. Stupid. It is definitely one of skateboarding's finest.
He's one of those dudes that has no stance either, in my opinion.
No, Wes could do anything.
Yeah, dude. Especially like you can.
Skateboarders, it's like him, Evan, Ashad.
Yeah, look at his push. Just it's so evident in his switch push. You have no idea. You have no idea that he's pushing switch.
Yeah, and then he skates off of a rock and flips his board, and then you go to that rock and you're like,
dude, I can't wait to step to that rock again when I'm there, dude.
Wait, so like his board flipped off this thing? Yeah, he actually like switched trade off of it, and you're like,
that's like the most wild.
It's a rock.
Especially like when you just walk by it, it's literally just a rock.
Insane.
Yeah, it's just a fucking rock, man. That's all it is.
He's actually been on this DC Latin America super tour. They brought
I love the jerseys. I love the jerseys. The yellow one looks sick.
Throw it back. Yeah, and Alexis, out there repping SD. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know Chris Ray was on the trip filming, putting all the footage together. That edit's going to be
like T-Funk. It looks like T-Funk is fucking ripping.
Sounds like what he does.
Like every bit of footage I've seen from him on that little tour is just him like completely shredding.
The lineup is sick.
He's a little beast, man.
Yeah, I'll never get over the fact that he Wally front three'd off that post like down a set. Dude, Wally front three. That's so sick. That's a dream one. I need to do that one day. I'll feel like T-Funk. Other than that, there's a couple small things. Speaking of Florida, Florida Days released an edit called Tangerine.
Quick little edit was sick, dude.
Dude, it was full of hammers and full of pretty much a bunch of the dudes we've already mentioned when we were talking about Florida earlier. Zion's got some footy. Jamie's in there. Pretty much, I would just simply say, go watch it because Florida's bringing up everyone's new favorite skateboarders. That's over on Thrasher. Florida Days killed it. Nike SB Skate Park Roundup. This was actually what.
This was cool.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking about this a few weeks ago because I was saying I actually was there the day they filmed it, or some of it. Zion came through with some craziness. I think Robert Neal had one trick in it, which is weird because I seen him do the sickest switch heel, and I don't remember being in the edit. But Mike, do you know what I'm talking about now about that front crook Deshaun did?
Yeah, of course.
That front crook.
It's a fakie too.
Yes, that's not like. That's just the back of the quarter pipe. That's not there to be a ledge.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, by default, it's skatable, but doesn't, and he stepped to it in front from the fakie, the whole thing, stood on that. I saw that one go down. I was on the other side of the park. I saw the whole thing. He grinded to fakie. I was like, whoa.
I love that dude, man.
Super good
that's
guy.
Another dude that's great for skateboarding.
Yeah. Definitely a good look.
Another dude that doesn't have a board sponsor that makes no sense.
Yeah, that is wild. That Deshaun Jordan doesn't have a board sponsor.
Yeah, him and
who do you think he fits on? Who could you see Deshaun on?
Numbers.
Yeah, I would say I could see him on numbers as well. I don't really know where else.
I feel like that'd be such a cool fit.
Yeah.
I mean, he skates with Zion and Nyjah, dude. Bring him home, dude.
Home?
Bring him home.
Yeah, so dude, I would assume. I bet the next 6 months I bet Deshaun will be locked up on a brand. It's already been a while. I feel like it's not
he's been skating real boards for like ever.
Yeah, I mean a lot of dudes that skate for deluxe brands in between sponsors get boards for sure. I mean Walker Ryan the whole time. After Organica until Sovereign, Anti-Hero crooked boards the whole time.
I think it also speaking of Anti-Hero, Jamie wearing an Anti-Hero grinded that big ass rail was so sick.
That was tight. He had the eagle on his head. It was
awesome.
Yeah, well, that's all we got for you guys this week.
It's lit.
Oh, you know what? That just made me laugh because in Nyjah's nightclub, I don't know why that cracked me up. I figured you'd like that. I really enjoyed that episode. I loved it. When they handed Nyjah that mug, and he's like, yeah, here's the Alpine mug. And Nyjah goes, oh, lit, for sure. Like, just the way, not funny when I say it. When you listen to him say it, it was just funny. I don't know why.
I didn't think you were going to explain the story, and I was just waiting till the end of the show to say that.
Yeah, I sent it to Mike. I was like, yo, this is hilarious.
I didn't even understand. I was like, what are you saying right now, Greg?
Face and you're like, what? I'm like, I don't know. When he said, oh, lit, it was so funny.
I was just like, oh, okay, Grant.
It was so funny. Anyway, Nyjah's part drops in an hour and a half.
It's going to be lit.
Enjoy it. Everyone that watches, you're about to watch history go down. We're going to watch it go down too. We'll talk about it either next week or a previous time. We'll talk about everything else that goes down. Hit us up if there's anything we missed or that drops this week that you want to make sure we chat about. Thank you guys for listening. And go skate and have some fun. Peace.